What's up everyone, Tommy with Studio Sense here. Thanks for stopping by today. Today we're looking at a relatively new release. I think it was about 8 or 9 months ago that the launch of Polo Red Parfum was released. This is what I would call a legacy fragrance from a line that has been around for quite a long time. So when we come back, we're going to take a closer look at this new release, see if it's something worth picking up at full retail or if you want to wait on a discounted rate. So I've got that and more coming up, so stay tuned. Welcome back everyone. Today we're looking at Ralph Lauren as a designer and the very popular Polo Red line. And today we're looking at the latest edition, and that is Polo Red Parfum. I'm kind of OCD about my fragrances, and I like to do full bottle reviews because I'm able to kind of roll out the presentation of the fragrance, give you an idea of what it's going to look like. But I'm going to have to rely on graphics because I'm actually using a small, I think it's a 15 ml vial that I got from Macy's when I ordered Ralph's Club Elixir. You can kind of tick off a radio button to see if you wanted a bag, something else, or a free vial of Polo Red Parfum. So I'm going to take this out, take the vial out. On the inside, it shows a kind of a QR. I don't know if you can see that QR code that you can scan, and it will bring up Polo Red Parfum. The box itself is mimicking what you actually get, which is the Polo logo. Again, I'm just going to show you very briefly. On the front, you've got the silver Polo logo, and it does say Parfum on the bottom. I have no clue what it says. The writing is gray, impossible. Let me get up closer. I don't know if you can see that writing or not, but that's ridiculously gray and hard to read. On the right side of the box, that has a bunch of different stickers that relate to the packaging and all that jazz. And then on the left side of the box is your ingredients listing and address, as well as an additional sticker that tells you how long you have before the fragrance goes bad after opening it. They usually say like 36 months or something like that. So the top of the box has RL for Ralph Lauren, and that's it for the presentation. That's exactly like the original box, the 4.2 ounce or the 6.7 ounce or the 75 ml bottle, which are the 3 sizes that it comes in. This is the vial or bottle or sample bottle, whatever you want to call it, with which we're going to use today with our first impressions. I'll show you what the actual bottle looks like here. The primary difference in the old bottle style, which is what this is Polo Red Eau de Parfum, the old bottle style, and this is Polo Red. You can tell right away the difference in the bottle style. This is Polo Blue Parfum, and the bottle style is very different insofar as the bottle is actually more of a perfect square. The edges are rounded, but they don't have a sloped shoulder like the other bottle does, and the lid looks a bit different as well. Pretty much everything else is the same. The logo, the lid is also very similar. I do like the improvements, kind of a sharper style. And of course, one of the differences is on the top of the lid, you've got RL for Ralph Lauren. And that is the difference in the presentation. So now that we've pretty much covered the presentation of Polo Red Parfum, let's take a look at the notes. What are the notes that make up the formula? Polo Red Parfum features top notes of bergamot, blood orange, and pink pepper, with heart notes of absinthe, lavender, and orris root, resting on a base of cedarwood, musk, and opopanax. Alright, so that's the note. So basically, bye-bye cranberry, hello blood orange. So in the previous flanker of Polo Red Eau de Parfum, which I really like, this is more of a cranberry red kind of fragrance. Primarily, you're getting red grapefruit and cranberry are the 2 constituents that you can mostly smell throughout the life of the fragrance. Polo Red Parfum is basically what I would term a trend release. What do I mean by trend release? Well, think about it. The trendy fragrance notes to have in your fragrance this year and really last year, orris or iris, right? And now for 2023, it seems absinthe is a very popular note. And so what did they do? They took the cranberry out, they put in absinthe, blood orange, and iris, or iris root, orris root. Same difference. And so basically Ralph Lauren's taking what's popular in men's fragrance or trending and they created the formula for Polo Red Parfum. So was it successful? Is it something that smells good, or does it smell completely off? Well, first of all, it's not what I would term a true parfum. While it does have very similar notes as the EDP version, it's going in a different direction. They do smell similar, but you don't get any cranberry-esque kind of smell out of Polo Red Parfum. Polo Red Parfum is more of a kind of a original red, right? So it's going the way of the blood orange or a red fruity kind of fragrance. And so it does have a kind of fruity opening. It does have bergamot, blood orange, other fruits in the open. And then in the heart is where you get the orris or the iris, and then absinthe. Absinthe is a very complex note and fragrance. What it does is it adds a lightly green freshness, kind of a sharp bracing attitude in absinthe that is similar in a little bit brighter notes like juniper, rosemary, spicier notes like that. So absinthe is a very spicy note. And so that's what adds to the liveliness and life of Polo Red Parfum. So now that we've talked about the notes in the fragrance, what about the aroma? We've talked a little bit about the aroma in talking about the notes. It's hard to separate the two. As I usually do, I sprayed Polo Red Parfum on my left side and Polo Red Eau de Parfum on my right, and did a kind of a comparison. And so again, we're saying goodbye to cranberry because there's really nothing cranberry-esque about Polo Red Parfum, which is a shame because I really did like the cranberry roots of the EDP. So if you are really into that, you're gonna kind of be disappointed. They do smell similar. It is a flanker of the same line, so that it carries a similar smell, albeit it's more on the fruity side and less on the kind of berry side. But what I do like about it is it does carry the refinement of a parfum, right? So it's a bit more dressed up. Now you can definitely wear this casually. That's the one cool thing about most of Ralph Lauren Polo line is they're very versatile insofar as you can wear it casually as equally as you can dressed up. But I would say this one is even a bit more mature. There's something a little bit heavier, a little bit sharper about the fragrance overall. It has a lot better life than does the cranberry EDP. So this one lasts a lot longer on the skin, and it has a broader sillage or scent bubble. You'll be happy to hear that the performance of Polo Red Parfum actually outlasts the EDP in a side-by-side comparison, at least off of my skin. But is it enough to recommend owning the fragrance at full retail? Well, right now, at full retail, you're looking at $100+ for the fragrance. It's going to be different depending upon the retailer. And right now, it's very hard to find at any discounter. There were two places that come up automatically in a Google search, and that is Joma Shop. Joma Shop is where I go to get a lot of my new releases, or Kohl's. Suddenly, Kohl's has expanded their catalog, and they carry a lot of new releases as well. You can get it at Kohl's or Joma Shop for a similar price. That's $79.99, so you're looking at $80 for the 4.2 ounce or 125 ml bottle. That is a discounted rate, and at that rate, I would say Polo Red Parfum is worth owning. However, I still feel like as a parfum, it doesn't quite come up to the snuff that was created, or I guess the precedent that was created by Polo Blue Parfum. Polo Blue Parfum is an outstanding, of course this is blue genre. The red genre has always been a little bit subpar when compared to the blue genre because this is so much more versatile and so much better smelling. Red is kind of an awkward fit. It seems like more of a holiday kind of color or flavor or aromatic genre or smell. However, I will say Ralph Lauren has done really good in the red line. They've got some outstanding, like Polo Red Extreme is by far one of my favorite top tier coffee fragrances, and it's very affordable. Polo Red is a great spicy original flanker, and then you've got Polo Red EDP, which is also really good as a cranberry fragrance. But the Polo Red Parfum is not quite as good as the Polo Blue in terms of hyper versatility and wear and just overall aromatic quality. It's not quite as good, but it's close. And if you are a fan of the red genre, then you'll definitely want to pick this one up at the discounted rate. But I really can't say that it's worth it to purchase at full retail, which is a shame. But overall, I really enjoy it as a fragrance, and I do think it is better than the EDP. That is an easy one for me to state. It's a lot better in terms of performance, in terms of overall smell. I love the whole blood orange, red grapefruit combination, and then adding the absinthe in there gives it a bit of spark, a bit of life, a bit of olfactive fireworks to work with, a bit more intelligent of a fragrance than is even the EDP version. So to recap, if you're a completionist, you definitely want to pick this one up at a discounted rate. Again, the most marked difference is that it's more pungent, it's sharper, the Parfum version, over the bit softer cranberry, and that adds to the longevity and the sillage, which makes it a better performing fragrance than the EDP overall. If you own it, please share your opinion, because my viewers really like to see what other people think besides myself in terms of the fragrances that I talk about, and I always want to hear what your opinion is too. So let me know what you think of it. Let me know what your favorite Polo fragrance is, even outside the red line of flankers. Let me know which is your favorite Polo fragrance. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in to today's first impressions of Polo Red Parfum. As always, thank you so much for your continued support here on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video review.